So, you're looking to break into cloud computing, and you've probably heard about the AWS Cloud Practitioner certification. But what exactly is it? How in the world do you prepare for it? And, maybe most importantly, how do you know you're actually ready to pass? Well, in this explainer, we are going to break it all down.
Right? You're looking to make that leap into the cloud. Or maybe you just need to get a handle on this technology that's, well, it's changing everything. This certification could be that perfect first step. The only real question is, are you ready to get going? And that comes straight from AWS itself. See, this isn't about becoming a super deep technical expert right out of the gate. Not at all. It's about building that solid foundation. You can think of it as learning the language of the cloud, which honestly is crucial whether you're in a tech role, a business role, or anywhere in between. Okay, so let's start at square one. Before you even think about cracking open a book or watching a course, you need to know exactly who this exam is for and what you're getting yourself into on test day. This is just so important to understand. You absolutely do not need to be some seasoned IT wizard to take this. In fact, this exam was explicitly designed for people new to the field, maybe looking to switch careers, or for folks in roles like sales, finance, or management who just need to speak the language and understand what the cloud is all about. Let's just quickly look at the vitals here. You get 90 minutes to answer 65 questions, and check out the cost. $100. That is a very low-risk way to get an official AWS certification on your resume. This isn't some huge, terrifying exam. It's designed to be a really accessible first step. All right, so you're sold on the what. Now let's get into the how. AWS lays out a really simple four-step process to get you from zero to totally exam ready. Let's walk through it. So the official plan is all about building momentum, right? You start by just understanding the landscape, what's expected of you. Then you start getting your hands dirty. You practice with exam-style questions to actually apply what you've learned. And then finally, you do a full dress rehearsal with a practice test. It's a super clear path from learning the material to validating you know it. You know, theory is one thing, but the absolute best way to understand this exam is to see the questions for yourself. So we're going to tackle a few real examples from the source material. Let's see how you do.
Okay, here we go. Question 1. Now pay close attention to the key phrases here. Experimental workload, 12 hours, and the big one, most cost-effective. I'm telling you, cost optimization is a massive theme you'll see all over this exam.
So, what do you think? On demand, reserved, spot, or dedicated? 3 of these are definitely the wrong tool for a short-term, super cost-sensitive job. Which one is it? And the answer is C, spot instances. This is so key. With spot instances, you're essentially bidding on Amazon's unused computer capacity. And because of that, you get a massive discount. The catch? AWS can take that capacity back with short notice. But for a short, non-critical, experimental job like this one, it's absolutely perfect. Let's try another one. This question is all about planning a cloud migration. Imagine your company needs to figure out what servers it even has in its own data center before moving them. What tool would they use to collect all that data, like host names and IP addresses, automatically? Okay, here are your options. Data Sync, Application Migration Service, Application Discovery Service, or Database Migration Service. Now, they all sound kind of similar, right? They're all involved in migration, but only one of them is specifically designed for that initial discovery part of the project. And if you picked C, the AWS Application Discovery Service, you nailed it. I mean, the name kind of says it all, right? Its entire job is to discover what you have on premises, the host names, the IPs, all that good stuff, so you can properly plan your move to the cloud. Okay, last quiz question. This one tests your knowledge of the core principles of good cloud design. Which of the following is a key best practice that AWS recommends?
All right, here are your options. Should you design tightly coupled components? Build one big all-in-one application? Make large, infrequent changes? Or should you avoid a monolithic architecture? Come on, 3 of these are definitely things you should not do.
The best practice here, of course, is D, avoid monolithic architecture. This is a core cloud principle. Instead of building one giant, inflexible application, you design smaller, independent services that talk to each other. This makes your whole system way more agile, scalable, and resilient if one little piece happens to break.
Great job on that quiz. Now that you have a real feel for the questions, let's talk about that final step, assessing if you are truly ready to go and book that exam. Before you hit that schedule exam button, you need to feel solid in these 5 key areas. And notice, it's not just about the tech. You have to understand the business side too, like security, compliance, and exactly how AWS billing and pricing works. That stuff is just as critical as knowing the core services. Now, this is a fantastic tool for being honest with yourself. Create a little scorecard just like this and rate your confidence in each area from 1 to 5 stars. You can see in this example, this person feels great about the technology, but probably needs to spend a bit more time reviewing billing and pricing scenarios. It's a really simple way to focus your final study sessions where they'll count the most. And this is your signal. This is your green light to go. Once you can fill out your own scorecard and you see 4 or 5 stars shining back at you across the board, you can walk into that exam feeling totally confident. That's the benchmark you're aiming for.
So we've covered what the exam is, how to study for it, and how to know when you're ready. The entire path is laid out right in front of you. So really, the only question left to answer is the one on the screen. What's your next step?